Come sit a spell with me while we talk about TrumpRx. You haven't heard about it? No problem. I got you covered. We're going to be going over exactly what it is, why you should be concerned, and let's take a closer look at this discount portal, or is this a political power play? Either way, you need to know. Okay, so on September 30th of this year, Trump announced the launch of a new government website called TrumpRx.gov. And it's a way to provide Americans with low prescription drug prices and, according to him, the lowest prescription prices for drugs in the world, right? So the program is scheduled to actually go live in early 2026. And it was unveiled with great fanfare alongside a $70 billion investment commitment by Pfizer, the portal's first and only confirmed partner. Now, at first glance, TrumpRx.gov appears to be direct to consumer. Okay. And so let's talk about that. It's aimed at slashing drug prices and bypassing the middleman. But aren't there already sites that are out there that, okay, never mind, be quiet. Okay, the site is designed to link users to pharmaceutical manufacturers directly and offer discounted medications. Some are even advertised to be up to 85% off. But after some research beneath the surface, questions are mounting about transparency, control, and whether this initiative represents genuine reform or a politically motivated rebranding of old industry practices. So here's the promise. You ready? The Trump administration argues that TrumpRx will help Americans by cutting out pharmacy benefit managers, or what some call PBMs, the intermediaries often blamed for inflating prescription prices. So the site is being promoted as part of a broader, quote, most favored nation pricing initiative that would ensure Americans don't pay more for medication than citizens in comparable countries. Supporters actually claim that this system could finally force big pharma to compete on price while spurring domestic drug manufacturing. Now, for patients paying out of pocket, the discounts could be significant, but I know a lot of people who are actually using Mark Cuban's website, and also GoodRx is another one where people get their discount prices or their discounted rates for their prescription drugs. Okay, so this savings may not extend to the majority of insured Americans who already access medications through negotiated plans through their employer or through the ACA. Now, as of now, Pfizer stands alone as the major pharmaceutical partner, agreeing to supply much of its portfolio through the TrumpRx portal. In exchange, the company will receive a 3-year exemption from the administration's planned 100% tariffs on imported pharmaceuticals. Tariffs that could devastate global supply chains if it is enforced. So it kind of feels like somebody's hands got twisted a little bit in terms of this. So other companies like Eli Lilly are reportedly in negotiations, though no deals have been confirmed. So what this dynamic does is it creates a familiar pattern. Large corporations are being rewarded for playing ball with the administration, while smaller competitors and consumers remain in the dark about how prices are truly determined. Now, here's the concerns. Critics warn that TrumpRx.gov may not be the consumer victory that they're marketing it out to be. So first of all, here's the transparency. The term of the Pfizer agreement remained largely secret, with key pricing mechanisms undisclosed. Limited reach. The discounts seem targeted toward cash-paying consumers rather than those using insurance, leaving out millions who depend on Medicaid or employer coverage. Legal and economic risks. Tariff-based coercion could trigger lawsuits or price hikes elsewhere in the market. Political optics. So launching a government website branded with the president's own name has sparked constitutional and ethical questions about misuse of federal resources for personal gain. Political analysts also note that by tying pharmaceutical corporations to U.S. investment and public branding, TrumpRx blurs the line between governance and self-promotion, potentially turning national health care into a campaign tool. Think Trump steaks, Trump water. You get it? Okay. All right. So who benefits? While there's no direct evidence that Trump or his family stand to profit financially from TrumpRx, the political capital is undeniable, folks. The program allows Trump to claim victory on one of America's most painful issues, prescription affordability. It's giving Obamacare. It's giving, ACA is nicknamed Obamacare, or the Affordable Care Act. And I never liked it anyway, so I'm going to give my own idea a name, and it'll be TrumpRx. That's what it's giving, right? So, ultimately, without requiring the sweeping structural changes that Congress has long resisted, it's impacting how do we take care of people who can't afford prescription drugs, but you got to have cash in order to do that. So in essence, TrumpRx.gov positions Donald Trump not just as a policymaker, but as the, quote, brand ambassador for affordable medicine. So here's the bottom line. For Americans, TrumpRx represents both hope and hazard. If executed transparently and equitably, it could provide tangible relief to millions struggling to afford medication. But if it becomes another vehicle for political influence, corporate favoritism, or selective access, the program could deepen the very inequalities that it claims to actually solve. So in the coming months, it's going to reveal whether TrumpRx.gov is truly a revolution in healthcare, affordability, or simply another example of power dressed up as populism. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Would you actually use TrumpRx.gov? Or are you going to stick with what you currently have? What are your thoughts? I'd love to hear them. So listen, for more news and information that you can use, always head over to brownstoneworldwide.com, Cityscape Radio, and you guessed it, Brownstone Living Magazine. Ask who benefits from this. And remember, access to affordable medication should never depend on who's in office. It should just be a given, or whose name on the website, which right now it says TrumpRx.gov. Y'all? Either way, what are your thoughts? We'll see you around. Welcome to the neighborhood.